So, you're awake. Let's keep this nice and simple. You're going to tell me the code for that purifier, and you're going to tell me now. If you tell me the code, it might be worth your life. But you're really not in a position to be demanding anything, are you? I'll be honest. I'm running out of patience here, and I'm not looking to play games with you. You tell me that code, or it's going to cost you. Why do you insist on provoking me? Tell me the code now.
Colonel, I have need of you.
Mr. President, I have no time for other matters. I'll be with you shortly.
Now, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that dude's gonna get his. I'm not always gonna be restrained here. You hear that, buddy? Coming to get you.
Ah, alone at last. I do apologize for Colonel Autumn's attitude. He's been under a great deal of stress lately. I've no doubt that you know who I am. I'm sure you've heard my radio broadcasts. I'd like to have a word with you face to face. I think there are a few things that you and I should discuss. You'll find your possessions in the locker near the door. I'll unlock the way for you. And I'll unlock your restraints as well. I'll be waiting for you in my office. Please don't tarry.
Alright, so here we are in the Enclave base. I guess, their version of a seat of government, or whatever. President Eden obviously running the place, or else he thinks he is. We'll see about that. So, alright. First order of business is, well, we're supposed to be going to meet him, but you know, I need to find this bobblehead. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, this whole saving the wasteland thing is, yeah, kind of secondary. I'm looking for a bobblehead. You know, important things first, right? Priorities. Priorities, absolutely. All right, we are up there in level now. I am in the luxury zone where it's just kind of whatever. Just kind of, pick whatever perks might offer some convenience here and there type of thing. Most of the, essential fundamental ones I've gotten already. Alright, so I'm going to reduce weight here specifically because I want to pick up as many energy weapons as I can find. I'll be trashing maybe some of this stuff. Depends on how much stuff I come across. Now you can, I don't know if you can exactly clear the place out per se, but you can run around and if you search extensively, there's even underground areas like, you know, the flooring in here, you can actually get under it and walk around. There's a base built similar to this in the Mojave. It's where the Brotherhood of Steel bunker is, and when you're down there, it looks a lot like this place. Looks like the same kind of structure. We can assume it was an old enclave. In fact, I'm sure there's something that says that while you're there.
You're supposed to be in that holding cell. You're not going anywhere. There's a full complement of guards in the next room. As soon as I get them, you're going back to your cell. In a body bag, if necessary. On whose authority? I have no records of that. You're supposed to be in a holding cell. Colonel Autumn is the only one authorized to see the President. Don't move. I'm gonna find out what's going on here. Mr. President, I'm sorry to bother you. This is Lieutenant Williams. I have an unauthorized individual here who says he's supposed to speak with you.
I'm surprised to hear from you, Lieutenant. I don't recall authorizing you to contact me directly.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry about that. It just seemed out of the ordinary. I apologize.
Apology noted, Lieutenant. Yes, I instructed our friend to come up to the control room. No questions, no interference. Am I understood?
I understand, sir. Again, I apologize for the interruption.
Allow our friend to pass and report to your superior for reassignment, Lieutenant, at once.
Yes, sir.
This is where you stick your thumbs in your ears and stick your tongue out
I
and
guess you'd better be on
nanny
your
nanny
way.
boo boo.
Sorry
Haha.
for the interruption.
Yeah.
Attention to all Raven Roberts. This is your president's meeting. I've invited our guests from all 101 to my office. Please do not impede her progress. Thank you for your cooperation.
I noticed for some reason they've also captured this Nathan guy. He was the Patriot in Megaton, running around, you know, God bless America and no one else, and
You're doing quite well.
Enclave this and
Keep following this hole.
whatever. And yeah, okay. Well, he got a surprise. Got a little eye opener here. I don't know what they plan on doing with him. Don't know why they'd bother with an old man who's just running around spitting propaganda everywhere. But there you have it. Now, there was a time where I pretty much knew this place. It's not all that complicated. It seems like there's lots of twists and turns, but for the most part, it basically goes in a big circle. Kinda.
Hello. Hello.
Now, this is actually a good time to go all John Wayne, just come in guns blazing and just kill everybody along the way. I think at some point we're going to have to anyway. We'll see here in a second, but for time's sake, I'm going to try to make as much progress as I can. Go find this bobblehead, and then I guess go talk to the president. Pretty simple.
From Vault 101 is to be shot on sight. I repeat, shot on sight. This is an order.
Ah, well, we see who's really running things here. Yeah, that guy's got something to pay for. He essentially killed Dad. I mean, he didn't exactly specifically pull the trigger yet. He may have. I think the only reason he hadn't is because they needed him. But yeah, he's got some things to pay for. I'll make sure to get to that as soon as I can. Story-wise, we're actually pretty close. Essentially, we go back and report in to the Citadel when we're ready. Yeah, see, you have these areas underneath. And there's lots of these little under passageways here. Loot to be found, you know, storage chests, stuff like that. Weapons, ammo, miscellaneous stuff. But anyway, you could be in here for literally hours just exploring and finding things. I'm trying not to bore you guys with all that. So I do want to get this bobblehead. We do need to make something of a beeline for that. If I can remember where to go. I believe it's in Colonel Autumn's office. His actual own personal quarters. So we'll need to find something that says like their quarters or housing or whatever. I think it's near like a storage area or something. That's just been a long time. I've slept since I was last here, but we'll find it. Yeah, we'll go report back into Brotherhood of Steel at the Citadel at some point, and then pretty much we'll have our marching orders after that. So there's a few other things we can do. I wanted to go do the whole thing with Riley's Rangers and maybe even Sydney with the, you know, getting the Declaration of Independence back. There's even some other stuff you can get too while you're there, like the Bill of Rights and oh geez, I don't remember. Seems like there's 3 or 4 documents total.
Retreating.
Retreating.
Got nothing here.
Retreat.
Retreating.
All
Retreating.
right. Figuring out ways to make new and improved death claws for the betterment of mankind. Yeah, okay. Assholes. You don't think they're doing anybody any favors by making those things. And testing on ghouls and stuff here too. I wonder if they're responsible for the Reavers. Essentially, Reavers and the Super Mutant Overlords and Albino Rat Scorpions. Okay, they come with the DLC. Essentially, as long as you have Broken Steel, level cap raises. They offer a new tier of enemies. Essentially, is what those are. Although they went a little over the top. You know, instead of doubling or tripling their health, they pentupled it, octupled it, or whatever you want to call it. It's totally ridiculous. As you see, it takes us 20 minutes to kill each one of those things. But yeah, that's their baby. That's the Deathclaw, and so I'm assuming the Reavers also are their Little brainchild. New super improved ghoul that's almost impossible to kill. Ridiculous. Yeah, even though it's, it's broken steel with the whole Brotherhood of Steel thing, and their main threat, they'll even tell you, is the Enclave, and so, up to that point when you first get the game, it's pretty much super mutants and keeping them from overrunning all of DC is their main concern. And as long as DC has settlers, people, wastelanders running around, then the super mutants pretty much have a steady flow of people to capture to make more of themselves. And so, yeah, that's kind of a losing battle there. But Enclave really shows up on the scene here, and this is where... Oh, who's this?
You're not supposed to be in here. What are you doing here? They captured me. Brought me here from Project Purity. I didn't want to help them at first, but the technology they have here, it's so far advanced from anything I've worked with. They wanted information about Dr. Lee, about Project Purity. They want to know how to start it up and why it wouldn't work. I told them everything I could about the Gek, about the damage caused by the explosions, all of it. I'm sorry you see it that way. What are you going to do? Kill me over it? You should
Well,
know. It sounds like you're in enough trouble as it is. And honestly, I don't want anyone to see me talking to you.
Oh, you can't have that. Well, don't worry about it.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, so their convenient appearance at Vault 87, well, I was trying to get out of there with my Gek that I worked for. Yeah, it wasn't so coincidental, was it? Okay, I don't know how she knew where it might have been or whatever. I guess all she had to do was tell the Enclave what we were looking for, and they would have the same access to stuff that we would to figure out where it's at. I'm sure President Eden had no problem hacking computers, some kind of database somewhere to figure out where the Gek would be found. I mean, if we can find it, I'm sure they can with all their resources. So, anyway, we can thank that lady for it, and not exactly even, but if there's any more information that she could possibly give to help them and hurt us, well, yeah, they're just going to have to miss out on that. I think I've got one more friend around the corner here. Yeah, each one of these guys should give me something I can trade for ammo. If I could get away with 500,000, 1,500 rounds out of all this. Don't run, bitch. I'm running around butt naked, you got that big tin can on and you're running away. Okay, well, you're not fit to be called a soldier. Okay, you can fall down there if you want. I just wanted that. Thank you. See ya. Alright, I believe the bobblehead's right in here. And voila. There we go. And that is all of them. That is the very last bobblehead. This gives us plus 10 to energy weapons, which is some points I could have saved when I leveled a little while ago. Oh well. Doesn't matter. By the time you hit level 30, just about everything is going to be real close to 100. Just about. Like I say, I haven't really made a concentrated effort to get like every skill book and this and that. Plus, having picked no perks that allow for extra skill points. You know, you can pick one perk really early on just to get the extra skill point when you level. That in and of itself, it adds up. I guess it comes out to, oh geez, another 40, 60 points. That'd pretty much cap out one of your skills all by itself. Trash skills that I haven't really done anything with, melee, unarmed, barter. Not really, like, caps have never been a problem. Barter is really only for that. There may be a speech check somewhere with somebody at a particular time or something, but nothing real relevant that I know of. It's nothing I've ever sunk points into. Unarmed and melee as well. I mean, if I was playing a unarmed or melee-based character, obviously I'd throw points into that, and then I guess guns and other things would be lacking. There may still be another perk or two that gives me some bonus skill points as well. I don't think so, but maybe. There's some hidden ones, like Silent Running gives you like 10 points to sneak. I think Cyborg gives you 10 to energy weapons, as well as a bunch of damage resistance and stuff. Yeah, so there's hidden points in there. Which I don't take them for the points, but okay, if it wants to just shove them down my throat, all right, I'll take them. That's fine. All right, here we go. So, we're being led to talk to this Eden president person, and it's sending us all the way up here. This huge computer tower. All right. And if we want to get out of here, we've got to go through that door right there.
Face to face at last. It's high time we met. I'm quite pleased you were able to make it. The trip was not what I had intended, but serves as an adequate test of your abilities. But I have. I'm right here before you. How very open-minded of you. Kudos for embracing the reality of the situation, rather than railing against it. Let's get to brass tacks, shall we? There are some things I'd like to talk to you about. Our nation's capital is at a crossroads. The path that you and I choose here today will affect us all. I need you to act on my behalf to ensure that our country's future is secured. That's a bit of a bleak outlook, don't you think? United States has fallen on hard times, yes, but it can be healed. You have that power to heal within you if you allow yourself to act. What I ask of you needs explanation, so you understand why it must be done. Perhaps that will stir you to act. Our land is ravaged by mutation. The war was so many years ago, and yet we still suffer from its effects. We cannot move forward until humanity can gain a solid foothold in the world. To do so, we must rid ourselves of the mutations that have plagued us for so long. These super mutants, ghouls, hideous creatures. I believe your father's work can do that in a way unlike any other. The purifier your father helped create has the ability to provide clean water to the whole of this capital wasteland. With a simple modification, it can be used to distribute agents that destroy mutated creatures upon ingestion. In time, we could eliminate all mutations in the wasteland at the same time the good people of the world regain their health. I need you to make the modification necessary for this to succeed. What I require of you is really very simple. There is a vial in front of you filled with a modified FEV virus. It needs to be inserted into the control console for the purifier. Once that is done, and the activation code is entered, the purifier will be activated and the process will be automated. It's not too much to ask of you, is it? I understand. It's an unusual request, one I wouldn't make if it weren't of the utmost importance. Please understand that I cannot allow you to leave until you've taken the vial. And why would I do that, when I'm clearly the best hope for the people of the wasteland? Perhaps you're right. But does that really mean all this progress should be wasted? Destroyed? Yes, I suppose it is. Very well. You shall have your wish. Once you've left, I'll put an end to the Enclave. I cannot stop Colonel Odom, however. That much will be up to you.
Oh, no problem.
I suppose then...
I got that.
This is goodbye. You'll have to see yourself out. I have preparations to make.
It's really cool. You can convince him to self-destruct, which is the best thing. Okay, so you got this unfeeling machine, right? And this machine's hands and feet essentially are this Colonel Odom, who's a quick on the trigger lunatic, right? Okay, so anyway, this unfeeling machine sends his little army to go mess with Project Purity and basically kill everyone they don't need and enslave the rest, right? Until they got what they're after, and then we're gonna wind up dying too, or becoming some kind of Deathclaw or super mutant or something, whatever. Wind up as one of their experiments or what have. Anyway, I don't have anything for anything they're doing, but yeah. And so when their plan doesn't go quite right, well, now all of a sudden they need my help. Now all of a sudden we're buddies. Yeah, they can all piss off. Okay, but anyway, there's a few personal deaths in my family that these assholes are going to pay for. Alright, so he's, I guess, getting the self-destruct sequence going, or something along those lines. We're going to see they have an evacuation going. I have a sneaky suspicion that's Colonel Odom right there. Yellow-bellied cower. Turning tail and running. That's fine. That's not him. He's in one of these airships. Anyway, they're essentially evacuating the important people from the base, leaving the rest of these soldiers to die for nothing. Typical. You know, while they're fighting it out, I'm gonna play around a little bit on my way out. Might as well, right? Let's see. I think this is the computer for this Deathclaw cage right here. So let me just go invisible and give them something to play with. They're so keen on making these things. Maybe they won't mind a little up close and personal interaction with their new toy. There we go. There you go. Hey, buddy, want to come out and stretch your legs? Think about Deathclaws. If they're untethered, there's a way to kind of leash them. Which, if we go on past the end of the I guess you could say the main story, then you find out that there is actually a way that they don't really train them. They just keep them leashed, essentially. But if they're not leashed, they just don't like anybody. Deathclaws are just perpetually pissed off. They really are. Right, so while they're keeping themselves busy, see what other loot there is to be had. Okay, there's really no point in starting anything with the robots. All they'll drop is maybe a piece of scrap metal or something. I'll just let them keep patrolling the halls. They're going to go down with the building anyway. That's right. Yeah, I can't go anywhere with this thing. Laser turrets are pretty beastly. Yeah, I'm gonna go trade all this in. I had to get a pretty good amount of ammo from this run here. Got the rest of the Chinese assault rifles I need. I have to go back to Paradise Falls anyway to go get Clover. Once you get captured by these guys, it sends your followers home. It either sends them immediately home, or you're gone long enough to where they get bored and they just go back to wherever they came from. But Dogmeat will be back at the Vault 101 entrance. Clover will be back in Paradise Falls, probably wandering around Eulogy's pad. Slutting around the place. Yeah, oh well. Alright, time to manage inventory a little bit. Let's see. Put some of this stuff back. There we go. That's fine. What I don't want to do is drop any of this energy stuff. Okay, well, let me see. Get rid of some of this backup junk too, but that's not very much weight though. Yeah, I hate to do that. Okay, well. Actually, I believe I have a few back at the house in Megaton in the locker. I think I have 4 or 5 Chinese assault rifles there also. And actually, Clover might have a few on her too. I don't know. Okay, this dude's taking some sniper rounds like a champ. Alright, tell you what, I got something for you. Wanna be an asshole about it? I've had enough. My patience is at an end. Okay, yeah, you can just keep on with that thing. I win. You know, I wonder if we can get something for a Gatling gun. I'm gonna take one to him just to see if he'll accept it as a trade. I don't think so. I don't know if the Gatling laser. I was about to say if it's a DLC. It's not a DLC thing because I know Fox will pick one up, and the Vengeance isn't a DLC unique weapon. You know, the Vengeance Gatling laser. That's always been in the game. So yeah, it's a vanilla weapon. So it's he might take. I don't see why he wouldn't trade some ammo for one of those. You'd think he would. We'll see. But if not, it's going to be a pisser because all the weight that what is it, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, whatever. All that weight could be spent on you know, a handful of plasma rifles or something, which I know I can get ammo for. Well, there's Fox right there with his Gatling laser. Speaking of Fox.
My friend! I see I found you at last! I knew you had survived, and I had hoped to assist in your rescue, to repay my debt to you. Yes, and the most fascinating one at that. Whoa, this technology is amazing! Imagine the evil that can be eliminated with such tools. I saw your capture, and a little cleverness allowed me to follow your captors. I only wish I could have arrived sooner to aid your escape. As I owe you my freedom, I felt it was only fair that I return the favor. After all, I know no one else in this world. I appreciate the offer, but I must decline. I have an entire world to explore, and I must not be delayed any further. I have read about a great museum of history to the south. Perhaps I will head there. Goodbye, my friend. Perhaps I will join you in the future if your goals are virtuous enough to draw me away.
Yeah, that's the real reason. You have to have good karma for him to follow you. I think if your karma's good, he'll follow you right here. There they go. Alright, so a lot of them escaped. We'll find them around the wasteland, but at least their center of command is gone now, right? I mean, it's really gone. Yeah, I'm sure that computer made sure everyone was gone before he set off all those bombs, right? Yeah, I don't think so. You know, when bad people have an agenda, lots of people die. All in the name of their cause, where their cause in and of itself is kind of irrelevant in the first place. In other words, people just dying for nothing. Ah, what a shame. Both the people that stand against them and the people that side with them. Yeah, like I was saying, if it weren't for the stupid Gatling that I've got, I could be picking up some of this stuff. Oh, that's alright, it doesn't matter. There's going to be plenty more where that came from. Like I say, these guys are going to be littering the wasteland pretty much for the rest of the game. Alright, so Fox is going to go off and do his thing. Actually, we're headed to the Natural History Museum at some point also. Maybe sooner than later. We'll go down there. I do want to go mess around in Oasis, though. I do want to go complete all that. That sounds like fun. Let's see if I can pick a fight here for Fox. Let him test out his new toy. Have some fun with it. We got a Yaoguai. Yeah, see, Fox to destroy a Yaoguai on this difficulty in about 2 seconds. I wasn't kidding. He screams like a super mutant. That's awesome. And the thing is, I don't think he ever runs out of ammo for that thing either. I think if you have him as a follower and you give him the Vengeance, you actually have to give him ammo with the Vengeance. But as soon as he runs out, he like switches back to his default gas. So it's kind of like no purpose. As long as he's got that, he's got unlimited ammo for it. It's crazy. Just like Clover with her sawed-off. If you give her a... If you could get her, I don't think you can get her to equip any other kind of shotgun. But if you could, you'd have to give her ammo for it. But then as soon as she gets her sawed-off, she has unlimited ammo. New Vegas had the same type of thing. Boone with his hunting rifle ammo. You never had to give him any. He always had some. He was good with it too, wasn't he? Friggin' bastard would steal all your kills, man. Alright, so what I'm going to do is drop some things off, shuffle some stuff around. Keep all the energy stuff that I can. We'll go trade all that off, and then I'm going to go pick up my followers, too. But I want to take a look at my bobblehead stand for you guys. This is it. So if we didn't do anything else during this playthrough, we did do this. There you go. Voila. The full collection. If I didn't already have the trophy, then, well, that would have dinged it right there. Kind of wish I didn't have it yet, and could have popped up right there, because that's something of an accomplishment. Even knowing where they're at, it's pretty tedious getting all of them. If you don't know where they're at, oh man, finding them, yeah, there's a couple of them that I don't see how they expect anybody to find them without help. I guess they expect you to go either look stuff up or go ask other people. Alright, we'll get our followers on the next one and go do some other stuff, right? If you want to subscribe, click that button up top. For the rest of this Let's Play, click that image in the middle. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.